this out the window a little bit. Last year, we had $35,000 that we budgeted for overtime. This year, we only budgeted $25,000 for overtime, so we budgeted $10,000 less than last year. And this year, this year, you know, it might look like we've used more. I mean, if y'all have heard that or read that or whatever, that's why we did that, because it's $10,000 less than it was last year to begin with. So I'm sure that we're going to make it all work out or whatever. But and there's various other things, but I think I'll pass. Jerry?
Well, we're continually working on trying to find the difference in our annual settlement. Elaine keeps on me all the time. I keep telling her we're working on it, which we are. And we have been ever since whatever. And we've had like a CPA come in and look at it. We had a fellow collector from Warren County come over and take a look at stuff. And we had Sarah Burkhaver come in today and talk about some issues and explain to her what we were doing. And she'll help us out if we get to the point where we can't, find anything. But Amy's found some stuff in a protest deal, but quite a complicated deal. Part of it was paid, and part was protested, and then part was refunded. And so in all that process, there could be some problems there. We don't know with the software how that's all done. And then one time, a mortgage company paid a bill, but then they weren't supposed to, so we backed that out. In the meantime, a tile company came in, paid, and there's going to be something there in the software program. That's what we're checking out. So, of course, that was still with our old software program, and getting information from there is pretty difficult sometimes. So, but a big deal this past month was our tax sale. Last year we had about 15 buyers. This year we only had 12 bidders. Last year we auctioned off 23 properties. This year we had 32 first-year offerings and 5 second-year offerings. Last year we sold 11 of the 23. This year we sold 11 of the 32. But we also sold 3 of the second-year offerings.
Is that the other rest redeemed then?
Well, some of them got redeemed, yeah.
Okay.
This was just what we offered at the sales. This was just compared to that. So most of the parcels this year just brought the amount of the taxes plus the cost of our tax sale. And it was even lucky we can get a bid on some. And last year our total surplus was almost $17,000. This year our surplus was $911.
There just wasn't any bidders out there.
Well, I mean, there was, but they just bid what was open. In comparison,
or didn't bid.
some other local counties, their comparison is just about the same as ours, about a third of what they offered we got bid. So,
one of the questions that I have that is asked, because we're asked to look for liens and what's against it and so forth, and is the title search that you have done, is that you can't share that with a prospective buyer? I didn't know whether to.
if they would ask for it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't bring it up because I didn't know if it was a no-no or
We'll give them a copy of it.
they could get a copy of it. Okay, that'll be good for
You
future
was waiting for
reference.
somebody to get there, weren't you?
You ain't a
Is that
kid.
cost?
Come on.
We send it out to all the tile companies and get a bid.
You know what I'm saying? If an individual that wants to come and bid that day, can he come and get a title search from you instead of having to hire a title company?
No, that's just.
I mean, he can see it. That's what you're saying.
That's all we do is show them a copy of it. It doesn't.
It's going
What we
the same
do that for
way.
is to see if there's a lien
Right.
against the property, and if there is, then we will send a notice to that lien company saying that these taxes are due. And they've gotten some good
Yes,
response
get that.
from the lien companies.
Okay.
The reason I was asking that, I didn't know if there were liability issues if you share that or,
Like I said, all our records are public, so.
There's Jim's plate out there.
oh,
Kevin's got it.
While Kevin's busy, I want to add one more thing, if you don't mind.
can I get those
When-
numbers, because I can't write that fast.
When are we going to be doing the amendments to the budget, and the only reason, you know, my medical is like
Thank you.
Right, I know that.
Way off.
The end of,
You can read it.
towards the end of October
Oh,
sometime.
sorry.
all right. and-
I want it done, I.
And then that's the other thing I asked you gentlemen the last time, think about that, because without getting too in-depth, I have the one prisoner that broke his arm on purpose that we have to sue to get the money back. Of course, I'm out, what, 50,000 or somewhere close to that right now? That won't come back this year's budget. If it comes back, it'll be next year's budget, if it comes back,
If
so.
he's got the money.
Right, exactly, so,
But you still
you
have
know,
the expenses.
I still have all the expenses, which we didn't account for, of course.
When did you
so.
say the amendments were? I'm sorry.
By the
October
end of,
31st.
by the, no later than October thirty-first.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Mhm.
Sure. Yesterday I met with Farm Service Agency. They're looking to do new plat books this year for 11. And I had mentioned to them about a year ago that we could, our GIS has the ability to make those now. It'll be a substantial savings to them because they've hired a company out of Michigan to do it, and we provide the data for Michigan, but, you know, of course, they are charging to do all the work. We basically put it in a PDF format, it's already done, and they can take it to a, and it's all done. So, we've been working that, and we're gonna get that kind of fine tuned, hopefully have that ready for them by, I don't know, maybe October, November, so they can get it out by December. So, I just figured it'd be a good, you know, plus for us to work with them, because they do a lot for us. We've always provided the data for them, so maybe they can get the books out a little bit cheaper. I think they've had to charge $40 for the plat books for the last few years, or maybe they can get it back down to about 25 like they used to. So maybe they can sell more, but that's a big fund area for them. With the occupancy law, I got some numbers I just did a while ago. We've been sending Sue out with anything that we see that's basically transferred ownership to a situs address that we didn't have a house on prior. We started picking them up about May. That's about when we started picking them up. We picked up 67 new houses so far at a market value of $4.5 million and an assessed valuation of $850,000. So that's an additional income that we wouldn't have gotten until the next year that we can have this year's revenue. So it's kind of a plus. I just did some figures, just, you know, like general revenue with the rate that was last year, it's going to be an additional $1,600, and county road be additional $2,200. That'd be stuff that's going to, you know, add to the revenues. Still doing the conversion. Vanguard, we're cleaning that up right now for 11. So that personal property is still humming along. That's about it. Going to my assessor's conference next week. Meet the new commissioner, I guess.
You don't know?
I've met him, it's been years ago, but I have not met him since he's been commissioner now. We only got two, normally they have all three come down and present their annual deal, but they only have two this time, this should be a little interesting. That's about it on my end.
I got a couple things. Most of you know, you've probably been contacted by Debbie Lewis, the manager who did the state audit here on compliance issues. And she told me that she'll be having closed door sessions with the elected official that she wants to talk to. They will be in draft form. She will then meet with me at 1 o'clock on September the 7th. And then we'll see what we can do to get those taken care of. One other thing I guess I need to bring out is the letter I received from John Richards regarding the line items on the budget. I talked to Debbie Lewis about that, and she said that decision is only based on a third-class county, and since we are a second-class county, that may not be true. So I have talked to second-class county auditors, and they're inclined to believe that he's incorrect in his interpretation of the law. So I guess we'll just have to get more help maybe with someone else. But anyway, be that as be, I think